The District of Columbia applies a wage garnishment formula that uses DC's minimum wage, one of the highest in the country, and a 40 times multiplier, producing a substantially elevated protected earnings floor for DC workers. DC also has specific hardship protections. The DC garnishment limit, the lesser of 25% of disposable earnings per pay period, or the amount by which disposable earnings exceed 40 times DC's minimum wage per week. DC's minimum wage is among the highest in the country, and the 40 times multiplier amplifies the protected floor significantly. For many DC workers earning near or at the DC minimum wage, the 40 times minimum wage formula may eliminate any garnishable amount. Disposable earnings may not exceed the protected floor. Disposable earnings in DC: gross wages minus legally required deductions, federal income taxes, DC income taxes, Social Security, Medicare. DC's income tax is applied at relatively high rates for higher earners, reducing disposable earnings below gross wages. DC garnishment procedure. After obtaining a judgment, the creditor applies for a writ of attachment on wages, DC's form of wage garnishment. The writ is served on the employer. The employer must answer and begin withholding within the required period. DC provides for continuing garnishments. DC hardship exemption. DC provides that a court may reduce or modify the garnishment based on demonstrated hardship, if the withheld amount is needed for the debtor's basic living expenses. DC's federal employment. DC has substantial federal government employment. Federal government wages are subject to garnishment under federal law. The process for garnishing federal wages follows specific federal employee garnishment rules that differ somewhat from private employer garnishment. Exempt income, Social Security, unemployment, workers' compensation, disability benefits, and retirement income from qualified plans are generally exempt from garnishment in DC. People locator. Skip tracing provides DC employer identification for wage garnishment proceedings. Visit peoplelocatorskiptracing.com to place your order.